in hot, Chinch, on Wednesday. How you doing, brother?
Dude, you might be coming in hot, but I'm freezing my twig and two off here on Long Island. I'm on the ground. I gotta go ice the yard so Macy doesn't trip. Freeze.
Dude, I came out of work yesterday, and my I had been there all day, and it snowed and all that stuff. My windshield and my the handle to get in the car frozen solid, dude.
Oh, it's terrible.
And then at the rent-a-car had no you got
the scraper guy.
Yeah, the no scraper. I was like, oh man, I gotta figure this out.
Jess this morning was going out to go to work. She has got the auto start thing, so I just kept restarting her car for her. And then she goes, I was up late working last night, so I'm kind of just groggy when she was about to leave. And she takes the scraper thing and she goes to walk outside, and I saw her kind of like look at me like waiting for me to be like, hey, I'll do that for you, but I didn't. She scrapes it herself. I feel bad. I thought about it. I'm like, I should have gone out and just scraped her car while she was finishing getting ready, but
isn't it? How many times you do that? You're like, God, I should have just done it.
Yeah.
I should get that moment back. Next time, hey, learn from your mistakes, bro.
Yeah, I always look over at my neighbor. My neighbor's always smart. Right before a storm, he takes his windshield wipers and puts them out. And always I get out in the morning and I'm just randomly mad at him because I realize I didn't do it. And I look, I'm like, this freaking guy did it. I forgot.
He's so much better.
Yeah.
Hey,
so we got a cool thing to talk about. We're both running around today. So we got a cool thing to talk about best landing spots for the remaining free agents that your former boss wrote out. So we'll get to that in a minute, but I got to play this one thing for you that's going very viral. Todd Bowles, coach of the Bucs, they're looking awesome, whatever. So clearly, the further you get into the playoffs, the more kind of non-hardcore fans. You probably noticed that when you were playing. Like when you're in the playoffs, you might get some weird questions.
Yeah,
most people aren't really, People magazine's asking you questions rather than Sweeney Murdy sometimes. So
right. Sometimes the reporters that aren't there all the time are there.
Yeah,
it's playoff time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so here is a question that Bulls got yesterday.
So looking forward towards Detroit. The weather has been a factor in some of the playoff games, even for the most prepared teams. Today, it's 13 in Detroit, which doesn't compare to some of the temperatures that they got to. Any special plans to acclimate the team to not only endure, but perform in those kind of frigid temperatures should you face them in Detroit?
We play indoors, right? They got a dome. No, nothing planned. We're indoors, and we only have to be outside for 20 seconds getting off the bus, going under the thing, so we'll be okay.
Oh my God. Well,
cringeworthy, bro.
Yeah, but let me start. Todd Bowles, everybody says he's such a nice guy. He really had every right to kind of make her look like a real idiot. I think he was very gracious in his response there.
That's what I got from that. I was like, look at Todd Bowles kind of letting her down easy. He knows she messed up, and he was like, he totally let her down easy. So
yeah,
that's the worst, dude. I must admit, even as a analyst now, like you're asking questions all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've done it before. Over in 16 years, I've asked questions like, "Oops."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. First of all, asking questions is not easy. It takes practice. You know that. It takes practice. You're a great question asker now. You were when you started.
Bro, it was the thing it was the one thing that would lock me up. I'm like, oh my God.
Dude, yeah, you grinded over like asking a question, and that was your tough to get over.
I used to hate asking questions, dude. Hate it.
Yeah. So I got one quick story about my experience from being a producer for that. So I'm not going to say the name of this person because, by the way, this reporter eventually became a phenomenal reporter, and she kills it now, and I'm friends with her. But I'm not going to mention her name. I might not even mention the context of what game it was in. But it was my first, back when I was at ESPN, there was so much going on this one weekend. I think there was like some Balco thing going on with Bonds. There was some other major event in another NFL, something big was happening. So I was just an associate producer. So back then, I wasn't very experienced. I had never been on the road by myself to be a like a bureau reporter, they call it, or
Right.
a field producer type thing. Now, this reporter, she had never done anything like that either, but it was just all our biggest people and our most experienced people were at other events. So they send me to, I can say this, it was a Yankees Red Sox matchup, and it was a really, really, really big game years and years ago. Now, so we get to the stadium and I knew there's going to be an issue. This woman she had not done baseball before. She was a very specific niche kind of host. So I knew I was in trouble right at the beginning when we get to the field and we're setting up and doing everything. She asked me 2 questions that terrified me. 1, what position does Jeter play? And 2, this was
Come on.
I swear to God. And 2, in the middle of the summer, where is the World Series going to be this year? And I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I'm dead. This is terrible. This is terrible. But again, she didn't know baseball. They had to send us. I was just an AP. I was the same green thing. It seems green as she was. So I lock in now. So I lock in. We're going to be doing interviews and stuff. And I'm just writing out all the questions, like hardcore. Like, here, just read this. Just read this.
Right.
Sure enough, BP's going on. There's packed house, packed reporters. I think, I don't want to say when it was because I don't want anybody going back. But it was a big game. So she's does a couple interviews, is doing good. And I'm like, oh, she's going to be great at this. Going to be great at this. And she asks this question. She goes up. It's me, her, our camera guy, and Jason Veritek, who is like, he's locked in, like he's good at answering questions, but you don't want to annoy him, especially he's catching. It's like a quarterback. You don't want to bother them before the game kind of thing. So she asked him one good question. I'm like, okay, all right, we're doing good. And then she goes like this, you're facing this very tough Yankees lineup. They have, and she reads, Derek Jeter, they have Gary Sheffield, they have Alex Rodriguez. Have you and I believe Schilling was pitching. Have you and Kurt planned any new types of pitches to kind of throw them off their game today? Dude, bro, this is
Is this in front of all the other reporters too?
Yeah, this is out on a field. Like, when you go to the World Series and you're standing out on a field for the pregame.
Yeah.
There's 8 million people, Nippon people come, everybody's there. Yeah. Now, I don't think anybody else heard this, but it definitely got on we were recording it. And I'll never forget what Veritek did. He looked at me like I was over here and he went, and he just goes, yes, we did, but I can't talk about them. And then he walked away. He actually got a kick out of it. But dude, so I get it. So, and this reporter lady, like I said, when you're on a national stage and you're not covering a sport, you can look really dumb, dude. Dude, when you start very first day of the season, when you're back at MLB Network, think about how much work you have to do to catch up on who signed where. I'll raise my hand. I was the executive producer of MLB Tonight. There would be a night, we would be a month in. It would be May, and I would look up and I'd be like, oh my God, that guy's on this team now? Holy you know what I'm saying? And I watched it every day.
Dude, are you kidding me? I'm the same way, dude. I'm in it. And I follow baseball every day. I'm locked in. I read articles just because I love baseball. But yeah, dude, same with me, dude. As the season goes on, I'm like, who's this guy? I mean, like July.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's having a heck of a year. I'm like, who is that?
No,
I just feel like there's so many different guys at times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what my trick was to stay on top of things? I never liked playing fantasy baseball. I think it's kind of boring and it's annoying. It's a daily grind, but I started after the first year at MLB Network, the second year, I would get into 2 leagues and I would draft completely different teams. So that way I would know, this is a good thing for if you want to be a baseball producer. I would know not only who my guy that's doing well that week, but I would know the opposing team guys who are doing well that week. And I would bring that into our meetings. I would know more because because playing fantasy baseball is a huge pain in the ass if you do it daily.
Yeah, well, dude, it's almost like a second job.
Yeah.
But one thing I learned too, playing fantasy baseball or just following it a little bit, is that the guys like you that play fantasy baseball know all the top prospects too, because you're looking for that
Right.
guy that might get called up
Right.
at
Yeah,
peak
yeah.
that no one knows about, and that's your big advantage. You know what I mean? So like that's pretty cool too. You guys know the top 5 prospects of each team.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. All right. Anyway, so I digress. So this poor lady and this poor
Yeah,
lady
no, it happens. It happens.
happens. Yeah. And really, again, props to Todd Bowles. What a class.
Oh,
What a
well, yeah.
classy, classy
If they asked that to Belichick, we'd have big problems.
we would have a big problem. You're right. All right. So your former boss, Jimmy B, does he go Bowden or Bowden? He's Bowden.
Bowden. If you call him Bowden, dude, he'll throw a punch. Call
Does
him
he get
Bowden. Yeah, what? Like bow and arrow. Jim Bowden.
Wow, and he gets mad. That's funny. All right. Really good piece with the Athletic. He's really good at what he does for these.
Dude, Jimmy's great. I was just on with him the other day with him and Jim Duquette on Sirius XM.
Oh, really?
Friday. The day, right before I came to see you.
Oh, awesome. That's cool. Yeah. All right. So he did his top fits. Where will the top 10 remaining free agents land? Jim Bowden plays match.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to rattle them off to you one by one, and you just say, do you agree with your former boss or do you not?
Okay.
And don't forget, folks, back in the day, Sean Casey had to go to arbitration with this guy, so he might.
I got a great arbitration story. I think we have to tell.
Yeah.
Have we ever told that?
Oh, we've told it. We should set it up and make it.
It's been a long time. It's been a couple years since we
Yeah,
told it.
we should bring that up this week.
We'll bring it up.
Tease it. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a great story, everybody. If you haven't heard it, it's maybe one of the greatest. Sean Casey.
The Jim Duquette was asking me to tell it the other night when I was on Bowden. I said, no, I won't tell it.
Yeah, that's tough when you're facing a guy too. All right. Blake Snell. Bowden says best match Giants. Your thoughts?
I mean, that would be huge for the Giants. You know, they've missed out on Yamamoto. You know, we even go back to Judge a couple of years ago. They need some star power there. So to get Snell would be huge. And that's a great market, great place to play. Those fans are incredible. Organization's incredible. They need to get back. They need some star power on the field. It's been a while.
Yeah, and pitcher's ballpark. Snell's got to be thinking about that.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? That's one of the best places to pitch in the world.
In the world. Okay, number 2, Jordan Montgomery. He likes him going to the Rangers. I like that.
I like that too. I think that'd be a great fit to go back there and, just Chris Young run at the helm there. I think they're going to be great for a long time.
Okay, number 3, we can just gloss over a little bit because I think everybody agrees with this. Cody Bellinger, Cubs.
Yes. I mean, I'd be shocked if he's not a Cub. Shocked.
Got it. Okay, number 4, we've actually talked about this on the air, and I think I know what your answer is going to be here is Matt Chapman, Blue Jays, and I would tend to agree that he is a good fit to stay with the Blue Jays. However, can they afford? Oh, you say Giants, yeah.
I think he's going to go back to the Giants. I think the Blue Jays love Matt Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not so sure they're looking to invest that much money. I think Chapman's a great player, but I think he is a little bit on the decline. How old is Chapman?
How old is Matt Chapman?
I want to say he's 32.
I think you may be right.
31.
Hold on.
32.
It's just, I hate when these guys start getting older because then it makes me realize how much older I am than them. He is. Oh, he's 30. He's going to be
30. Okay.
30. This will be his age 31 season coming up.
Okay, age 31 season. Okay, man, that's a great question. Nowadays teams are just sitting there wondering, do you want to invest 6-7 years a guy that's already in his 30s? So Chapman still has a lot of great years ahead of him. He's obviously elite defender, and he started off so hot last year. Dude, he was one of the best players in baseball for the first 2 months, and obviously the peaks and valleys of baseball. I mean, it is what it is. So I would love him back in Toronto because I think it's a great fit. I think he's a leader in that clubhouse. I think the Giants make sense. Going back with Bob Melvin, who he's with in Oakland, just makes sense to see Chapman with the Giants. So I'll be interested to see if Giants could land Chapman and Snell would be 2 huge pickups.
Yeah, that would make them very different. Yeah. That's a good one. Good call. Here's number 5, and this is probably going to go viral because it mentions the Yankees for Josh Hader. And when Sean Casey talks about the Yankees now, it's like ruins our phones. You just get a
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. If you had Holmes and Hader at the back end of that pen, Josh Hader would be a credible fit out there in New York. I really believe that, man. That would be awesome. So I was even talking to somebody the other day about this, that's with the Yankees about, man, if we got Hader, that'd be incredible. So love that, and it makes sense. Tons of sense.
Yeah, and you know, this past week maybe they tipped their hand a little bit because they signed Stroman. You know, you still haven't heard their name for the big guys out there because maybe they are pivoting a little bit and saying, hey, let's get good starting pitching and a great bullpen. Because I don't think if somebody does a Snell Hader combo meal, then now you're talking like Dodger type talk, like going all out. And I don't think anybody can afford both of those guys. I don't think anybody would want to pay both.
The Yankees could, bro.
Yeah, that's true. The Mets kind of could too, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah.
With their own. Okay, number 6. He likes JD Martinez to the Diamondbacks. You said that last week.
Love it. This would make total sense, dude.
Bowden was probably listening to our show.
He's listening to the mayor's office, dude. There's no doubt about it. Come on, Jimmy. We know you're listening to the mayor's office. Matter of fact, we're gonna have him on soon. I asked him to come on.
I was gonna ask that. Yeah,
I asked him to come on a couple weeks ago, but he has his show every day, so we'll figure out a time to get him on. But anyway, makes total sense. And you go back to JD Martinez. I want to say it was 2016 or 17, somewhere like that, 18. He got traded to the Diamondbacks for 1/2 and hit 29 home runs in like 63 games.
Yeah,
something ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. Dude, yeah, legendary.
Absolutely love JD Martinez going to Arizona because, you know, they got Eduardo Rodriguez in that rotation. They got a lot of young good hitters led by Corbin Carroll. JD Martinez has done nothing. Dude, his approach is so good.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, he helps guys. He's almost like a hitting coach / one of the best hitters in the game. Dude, he played 112 games last year and drove in 103 runs.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a cerebral guy. Yeah. He's a student of hitting. That's good.
Student of hitting, dude.
Yeah. All right. Number 7. I kind of like this one too. Rhys Hoskins. Best match he says is Giants. You know, they really haven't had that bat since their lefty first baseman left a couple of years ago. So
dude, Rhys Hoskins to the Giants would be incredible. That would be a great fit. There was another place I was thinking. There's a lot of places you could go. What about the Angels?
Angels could definitely use it.
They could definitely use another bat. You know what I mean?
So like, funny. He's like, and he's built like who was the big guy? I want to say Trout. It wasn't Trout. Who was the big guy that hit bombs for the Angels for all those years? When it was
Crone?
No, man, years ago. You might have still been playing. What the heck?
Tim Salmon?
Tim Salmon. Yeah. He's kind of like a Tim Salmon bat.
Good comp. It's good comp. Hoskins, before he got hurt last year, he's trending upward, dude. It's a nice bat.
All right. Number 8, I don't know. I used to like this guy. I like this guy as a player, but I don't think I would want him in my lineup. And that's Soler. And he's saying the Mets should get Soler. But Soler's got some holes, man. He hits bombs. 24 doubles, 35 homers, and 75.
Yeah, but tell me what his numbers were last year. I believe he had 250. Like, not a bad. And 250 is the new 280. You know what I mean? So I think he had a decent year last year. Now, listen,
280.
You got to love power, especially in New York. Soler would be great. Would be a great fit for the Mets.
He hit 250 on the schnoz, right on the nose.
I told you, yeah, somewhere around 2. Boom, look at that right there.
I'll tell you what, yeah, good job. 341 on base percentage, not bad.
Dude, I know, dude, he's better than you think. He had a bad year a couple years ago, but this year was pretty good. Yeah. I did the top 10 first baseman yesterday, and I think I might have missed one. I had Alonso sitting at 8.
Oh.
But he probably should have been at 6, but the 217 average I didn't love, even though he had 40. But I think he was banged up a little bit.
Interesting.
So interesting.
Were you calling Justin Turner a first baseman on that list yesterday?
No.
Because he is first base DH, and he wants him to go to the Guardians.
That would be an incredible pickup for the Guardians, I think. I like that. They need a good bat. They need a good bat. They kind of missed last year with Josh Bell. Josh Bell came in and kind of did nothing. Then went to Florida and went to Miami and raked. But they could use a veteran bat like Justin Turner would be huge.
I think a lot of guys can use that bat. I think he's going to make a pretty good chunk of money because I think he's wanted and he's not too expensive, but he's 114 OPS plus, and he was a 2.1 WAR according to Baseball Reference last year. So That's pretty good.
I wonder if the Yankees would make a
I
run
was
at him.
thinking that too. Well, the other thought is go back home to the
Or
Mets.
the Mets. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Or
right,
or who else? What about the Cubs?
Cubs. Also, he's a winner. You know, that's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah.
too. He knows how to win. He's been
He's
played.
so good, dude. Dude, when we played against him last year, he was so good.
Was he? He still got that leg kick thing. I haven't seen this. He
Chinch,
changed.
who else we got? I got 1 minute.
Okay, last one. Mike Clevenger, Red Sox. That's fine.
That makes sense. You know, starting pitching. Who doesn't need starting pitching?
Yeah. All right, we got it.
All right, brother, we did it.
Good
We
show.
locked it in. Yeah.
All right, go guys.
I got action, brother.
Yeah, go.
I'm sure you do too. The 33rd team, baby.
Yeah, get after it, man. Have a great day today.
Okay. All right, Chinch, love you. Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks, brother.